Hi, good evening everyone. This is Harish Gupta demonstrating the challenge for BrewAppsLLC shared by Sagar Mutha over LinkedIn. Here are the details of the challenge to create RESTful APIs in Node.js for managing books, CRUD operations, database, and a video demonstration. So, getting on to the code, this is the code base. Here I am using Nest.js as the framework with MongoDB as database and Mongoose as the ORM to interact with our database. To start with the app, we use the following command: npm run start dev. This starts the server over our local machine with 3001 port configured in our configuration directory under the env file. In development.env I cannot show the env file here due to database details used for this database for this code to test. Server is running now. We go on to this a browser to open the Swagger documentation. Yes, this also has Swagger integrated in this. This is the URL that can be used to open the Swagger documentation. Here are the details of the endpoints along with all the parameters to be used in that particular API. Post a book to create a book. This is to fetch a book. This is to put a update a book, and this is to delete a book. For authorization purposes I have used basic auth where username is admin and code is BrewAppsLLC. The same has been mentioned in package.json file. We can also use JW2 and other strategies available to authenticate and secure our APIs. Let's try the first API to add a book. Book 5. This is just summary for book. Author cube ABC. We execute this API with following payload with the above payload, and yes, we get a success response along with the ID of that book added. And now we use the fetch API to fetch all the books. We use this API first without any query options available. As you can see, we get a response of 3 books that were added. 2 were added before, and this is the third one that we added right now. We use the ID to fetch any book using the ID, and it returns the same book using this ID mentioned instead. And also we can use the keyword option to search in title, summary, and description. Here I use anything. Just a sec, let me see. We use test 3. Yes, so we get that book in our response. We can use limit skip for pagination options on our front end. Now we use the same book ID, copy it, paste it here to update the details of this book. We can update all 3 details of this book. Right now I'll be updating the title, which something looks like this, which should look like this now, and it's a success. To see the change, we fetch this book again, and yes, here you see the updated response of the title. Now we use the delete API to delete this book using the ID. We execute this, and it's a success. Now we try to fetch this book. It returns no response since it is not present in our database. For demonstrating the challenge, I am completely removing this record from our database, but yes, that's not the best way. We should never use. Instead, we should use field like status to mark whether that record is active, removed, or archived in our database. So to demonstrate the next step, which is updating or deleting any non-existing record, we send the request with same ID and it says book not found. Same for the update API, and it says book does not exist. So that's demonstrating all the CRUD operations for to manage the books. Getting back to the code, here is the directory structure that we have for of this nest.js. Auth is the auth related services, book is the book related services. Inside this we have DTO, data transfer objects, that manages all the inputs to all the APIs that you see on the Swagger. Entities has the schema definition of our book module. Then we have the controller, and that has all the controllers, API controllers. Then we have this configuration for the module, and this book.service handles all the database related operations, and any other further logics that require can be continued in this book.service file. That's all the details have been updated and posted to GitHub. Yes, for the hosting purposes I'll see if I could host it somewhere, but it's a simple process to SSH into any Amazon EC2, and then clone the GitHub repo, Git repo, and use any process manager like PM2 to start the daemon process, and you can access the same Swagger link over the server's IP and the port that it runs. Thank you. Have a good day.